Experience the chilling reality of 3 terrifying home invasion horror stories in this collection of true tales. Before delving into the stories, I need to provide some disclaimers. For the first 2, both stories briefly mention sexual assault, but it does not actually happen. It is only mentioned in the context of the tales. For those who wish to avoid such content, the timestamps and content warnings are available in the pinned comment. With that said, let's proceed to the stories. A few years ago, I used to visit my girlfriend Raina's house almost every weekend. For context, Raina lived alone with her 5 dogs in an affordable neighborhood in LA. One weekend, we decided to invite our friend Larry over. Larry had visited us multiple times before and was usually laid back, just smoking joints with Raina and me. Larry asked if he could bring a friend along, and we agreed, assuming his friend would be cool like him. However, when Larry's car pulled into the driveway, his friend, Evan, had an unsettling demeanor, and Raina felt uncomfortable immediately. We decided not to invite them into the house and asked them to hang out in the car instead. During the car conversation, Evan made inappropriate comments about Raina and me, which made us uncomfortable. We confronted him, and he stayed silent for a while. Eventually, he asked for our Instagrams, and we gave them to him, not thinking much of it. A few weeks later, Evan messaged me, asking to hang out again with Raina. This time, Raina stayed on the phone with me for safety. Unbeknownst to Evan, when Evan picked me up, he made inappropriate remarks once more, and I refused to go inside the car with him. Back at Raina's house, we discovered that Evan had been messaging her and making unwanted advances. After blocking him, we forgot about it until Raina suddenly realized Evan was outside her house, trying to break in. Panicked, we called the police, and my friend Larry and I rushed to Raina's place. We found Evan trying to assault Raina, but we managed to subdue him until the police arrived. Evan was arrested and charged with multiple crimes, and we later learned that he had a history of illegal activities. The second story involves a 16-year-old who was home alone when a man tried to break into his house. Fortunately, the teenager managed to fend off the intruder by pretending to be a child and calling the police. In the third story, a 36-year-old woman faced 2 suspicious men at her father's house. Her father's massive guard dog, Kane, sensed something was off and became protective. The woman felt threatened by the man's odd behavior and was grateful for Kane's presence. These stories serve as cautionary tales, reminding us to be vigilant and cautious in our surroundings, no matter where we live.